Hi guys, Ann here, and today we have a little car vlog slash little walk and talk. Alright, so I am at my pharmacy right now. I'm getting ready to go inside to pick up my medicine, but I don't know if you can tell as you look at my hair. I was testing out this new thing I got sent in PR. It's from Thick Fiber, okay? It's for like thinning hair and all that. I've done before like a sponsorship of like the hair fibers. Now I prefer Topic over Thick Fiber. But anyway, so it's like this spray. When I go outside, when I start doing my walk and talk, you'll see it better. I look like I took like paper and went like this and like sprayed. I look like my boys because they get like the shape up, you know. It looks worse in person. And I did this last night. And I washed my hair, okay? Because after you do it, then you spray this other stuff. Let me just tell you, so it's coming off. This side still has, let me tell you something. Tyler clowned me so bad. He was like, what? There's something about my kids. Let me just tell you, which I like. They will tell you about yourself. They will not let you go out of the house looking like a fool. Trust and believe. He was like, what the hell did you do to your hair? Oh, gosh. Anyway, all right, let me go inside, get my medicine, and then I'll be back. All right, I am very happy of my blood pressure. That improved a lot. Even though it says high, that is good for me. I picked up my new, what is it called again? Lexapro. Oh. He has me on 10 milligrams. Why did I think? Take one tablet by mouth once a day. I thought he said he was going to start me on 3 milligrams. Because it said the highest goes up to 14. I don't know. Maybe I should take a half of one. All right, so I got that. And then my other 2 prescriptions. So I forgot to tell you guys. So remember, they put me on the Ozempic, and it's been out of stock for 3 months. And then they finally got it in, and then they're like, well, I can't find your new script. Anywho, so now they have pill form. And it's new, so there's not a lot of study, especially somebody with heart disease. So that's a little, you know, because I have heart disease. But he said, you know, he wants to try it out because that's harder to get. Like, you have to be diabetic, you have to be this, you have to meet qualifications to be approved. So it's in stock, but of course you need prior authorization. And then my Repatha, which is the shot for cholesterol, that needs a prior authorization, so I have to wait till Monday. Today's Saturday when I'm filming, and I feel like everybody's staring at me. Like, what did she do with her hair? I did get an eyebrow pencil. I got an e.l.f. one, which was only $3 here, so I'm happy about that because I ran out of my eyebrow. Would you look? It looks funny because my hair is so thin right here because I don't have any hair fiber in. So then you have the, oh God, it looks a hot mess. It really, really does. All right, I'm going to go somewhere so I can do a little walk and talk. I got to figure out where I want to go. And I will, because there's a little traffic, and I don't like vlogging when there's traffic. So I'll be back once we get there because there's a few things I want to talk about. I'll be back. Okay, I decided to come here to the park, and we have a storm coming, and oh my God, you should see how high, I can't stop looking at myself. You should see how high the water is. Let me show you. I don't know what you can see, but it usually isn't this high. It's a lot lower. Maybe our goose or duck Sally will be here. But it's like very humid out, you know? But I want to talk to you guys. I'm so sad. Okay. Do you guys remember how I told you how we have those hedges, right? So it was there from when I was a little girl, when the one neighbor lived there. And, you know, like I said, I live in the city, so we don't have like a lot of side yard and stuff, right? A lot of yard space at all, really. And when I was little, you know, my neighbor had talked to my grandmother. This is when my grandmother's husband was still alive, and was saying about how about, you know, would it be okay if he put hedges up? Now, it was on his property, but, you know, and the hedges grew to probably about 7, 8, 9 feet tall, maybe even taller. Where I actually, like when I use my hedgers, right, I actually had to get a big ladder and stand on it to get the top and stuff. And, oh, this is definitely high. Let me show you. Like, the water's almost up. Yeah, it's definitely going to storm. And so, it's been growing for, what, 40 plus years, right? And when I moved into my mom's house, so let me just put it here. So, well, I'll get back to that in a second. Anyway, I've been really keeping up with it and everything. And I love those hedges, right? Because, you know, since the house fire and stuff, and they redid a lot of stuff, it was like, oh, that was a piece of my grandmother. I remember us when I was little. This is before the electric hedgers, and maybe they had them, I don't know. But it was those long scissors, and we used to do it by hand, you know? Little things like that, you know, I try, since, like I said, the fire, when everything, they had to throw everything away, so I don't even have anything sentimental of theirs, you know? And so it was like, you know, it brought back memories. So anyway, he had passed away, and then the nephew that got the house was renting it out. That couple had moved out, so the house was empty for maybe about a year or so. And then finally, maybe a year and a half ago, a couple came. They don't have any kids, but very, very nice. And she says to me, the lady says to me, and she has 2 chickens. Oh my God, it's so funny. So I always get eggs over there, they always give me eggs and stuff. But she said to me, she goes, whose hedges are these? And I said, well, they're actually yours. And I told her the same story and everything. And so that was that. And it's a lot of work. I mean, I never went on her side and did it, but I always did the top and my side, you know. And she says to me about a week ago, she knocks on my door and she says, hey, Ann. And she goes, we're going to be cutting the hedges out. And I said, what do you mean? And she was just like, they're just going to take them out. And I was like, okay. I mean, what are you supposed to say? They're actually hers. And I'm like, I wish I would have lied and said they were mine. But, you know, I'm just not a good liar. And anyway, so they cut them out. And, I mean, you could just see, I could have walked right into her yard. So yesterday, we put the rest of the fence on that side and just put it all the way out. So it's a 6-foot fence. So now it blocks it on the side. When I get home, I'll do a little clip and show you. So actually, though, how the fence is, I have more of a yard space than what I did. The only thing is now, I just haven't had a chance, I have to get with the boys to help me, is that the roots and a lot of sticks are still on my side. So, like, we have to take, like, a shovel, you know, and really get under those roots and get them out. But I was thinking, like, now that I have that space and everything, how you doing? I'm not talking to myself. So I was thinking, like, I could put a garden there. Now, I've never did a garden. I mean, like, maybe strawberries and all that. I think it's too late in the year to do that now, right? But then I worry if I put it right there, if I don't have a raised bed, would, like, the stray cats or something, I don't know. You guys help me out. Or should I just put flowers and put it all the way from where the tree is, the end of my property, all the way up? I'll show it to you, and then you guys can let me know. But that's going to be a lot of work. I still have to get those roots up and stuff. So I was sad. I'm like, it's just sad, you know. I like crying. When I seen it, I literally did. I went in my room, I cried. And so anyway, I come downstairs and my eyes looked a little red. He was like, are you, Tyler goes, are you really crying? I said, yes, I am. I was like, that's sad. I was like, you know, I said, you have to remember. I remember when he did it by scratch, and it has grown for over 40 something years. Like me and my mom, because that's what they call my grandmother, my mom. And I'm like, we used to cut it, and when I was a little girl, and that's what we would do on the weekends. And, you know, I think if I had more things of theirs, it'd be okay. But when you don't have anything, and I know I have my memories, I know that. And now it's a much easier upkeep. You know, we have the gate. And like I said, we have more property. Well, maybe not more, but it just looks like more because of the hedges don't take all the way over. Because when he did the hedges, that neighbor years ago, it kind of like, that's why I asked my grandmother, because it kind of went on our property as well. So right now it looks gross. Like I have to get the leaf blower and like get all the dirt off the sidewalk and all that kind of stuff. So, but you know what's weird? So, you know, every year they take a picture of your house. So that, like, if you Google your house or whatever, you know, you can see the house and all that stuff. So they redid that picture in 2019. Now remember, the house fire was September of 2018. I'm telling you guys all this for a reason. And so they did it, I think, I want to say February of 2019. Oh, I almost bust my ass. But the house wasn't finished until, my mother didn't move in until the end of October of 2019. It was like October 30th because, you know, she wasn't even there a month before she passed. She passed on Thanksgiving, so in November. Well, when they took that picture, nobody was living in that house for, what, I don't know how long, you know. And when they took the picture, like I said, they were still working on the house. So, like, there wasn't really a front door. In the master bedroom is where the house fire started. It was electrical. It started in the outlets. And so they had to take a ladder and go up on there's like a little porch and up there, like a balcony, I guess you would say, in the front of the house. And then the window there, that's the master bedroom. Well, so they had to break that window, you know, to start the water and all that kind of stuff. And so much water that the water actually made the ceiling collapse. And like when you walked in, it was just like pouring water through the house. Crazy. So it was so much mold. As the house fire was in September, it's still hot. You know, when there's a fire, the city turns off all the electric. It just, you know, I didn't know there was somebody up there. It just, everything was molded and everything else. So they had to, like I said, take everything down to the wood. There's pictures like on the side of the house of like, you can see like all these trash cans that like they had like, just stuff they had to throw out. So I'm like, my friend was like, that they took a picture. It's kind of like a school picture when you have a child that goes there and like with a bad hair day, and that's picture day. Like say you forget it's picture day and they have a bad hair day. That's like what it was. I'm like, you know, now I put it to where Google, if you Google my house, it's blurred. You could do that on Google, on Maps, you know, but prior to that, because, you know, you got people that want to dox you and everything else. But I was like, dag, out of all things, so hopefully now, I think it's like, I don't know, do you guys know, let me know, how many years do they come back and retake it? Because my point is, like, the hedges and everything looked a hot mess. It looked like nobody took care of it for so long. But like I said, that's because, how you doing? That's because, you know, nobody was there to keep up on it. And with the fire and stuff, I mean. But also, this is what I want to ask you. So I'm going to show you too when I get home. There is also, so we have the gate all the way there, but I didn't put it in the front, like when you walk in on your sidewalk, because that fence that's there, a couple of the houses still have it. That's the original fence. So that house was built in 1901. So that fence is what, 120 something years old. So it's an antique. And I really don't want to take that off, but I'm going to have to because it looks silly with the white fence there and then the little iron gate, you know? So now the city that I live in, they're actually talking about it. They haven't signed the bill yet, but depending on the type of dog you have to have, if you have a fence, you have to fence in your yard, and the fence has to be 6 feet. So eventually I'm going to have to take that off anyway and get the 6 foot, like finish it in the front. But it's like, I don't want to, but it looks funny. It's like, what happened to the front of the fence, you know? So I'm gonna be doing that soon. I don't know. You as well. I'll probably do that. I don't know, I'm gonna hold off as long as I can. Because then after that, they're like, everything's new, you know, when they, like I said, the fire. The only thing they didn't redo is the roof. It's, what in the heck? That's weird. I can't believe they didn't redo the roof. So when so of course when my mother, they had house insurance, of course I still do as well, but it paid, I think it was like $274,000 worth of damage that they did. And I remember when it happened, I said, because I'm the one, since I had power of attorney over my mother and grandmother, you know, I'm able to talk to you know, the lady and everything. I handled everything with the fire, like all the paperwork and stuff. And I remember saying to the company, like, because, you know, it's 3 floors. And, you know, my grandmother was in her 90s. My mother was on hospice, you know, because that's what she passed from, COPD and heart issues and stuff. But, so she was like really downstairs. She couldn't go up and down the steps and stuff. So I was like, well, can't they just take that money then and like just get a new, like a 1-floor house? It would be cheaper. And this is way before COVID and everything else. So, you know, the prices didn't go up. Yeah. Yep. And I'm like, the guy's like, COVID was a long time. That passed a long time ago, lady. You don't know what I'm talking about. He just hears me talk about COVID. And, so at that time, you know, the prices were still, you can get a good, nice house for $275,000. Now you can't. Not here where I live. Not, it's location, you know, not in Jersey. And so they were like, no, we don't do that unless the house burned down to the ground. I'm like, so if it was $400,000 worth of damage, and say the house was only worth $200,000, I said, you would still cover it in the house? And they said, yeah, unfortunately, that's what they do. I don't understand that. If you ever had a house fire, let me know, because that's weird. It would be cheaper just to get a, I don't know. So my point is, everything is like new, except for the dining room and kitchen. And then we have a full bathroom with the shower and everything right off of the kitchen. So those are the 3 rooms that they didn't redo. And the roof. And the attic. I don't know. But like all upstairs, all the bedrooms, the bathroom, downstairs, the 2 living rooms, all that is all redone. That was a long story, wasn't it? I am sweating. I'm telling you, it's only like 83 out or 85 out, but the humidity is at 92% or something like that. So it's like, it feels like you're in a sauna. Like I'm literally sweating, you know? And of course I had pants on because I didn't know where I was going to go, and I'm always worried about ticks when I do walk and talks. I mean, if I'm going out shopping in the store and stuff, of course I don't wear jeans, but just walk a little bit. Oh, thirsty, my goodness. Anyway, so that is that. That is my little story time about the Hedges. I literally cried, and my kids are like, are you really crying? I'm like, yes. Because, you know, they're not, boys are different, you know, and Lexi, you know, she wasn't around, you know, they're just, they don't get it. All right, I'm going to put I'm going to go in the shade really quick, put the tripod up, and then get something to drink. I'll be right back. Look, I forgot I got the cheap tripod because I left the good one on at the house. I need to keep it in my bag here. But look, this is the one from Five Below. Ah! No! I could do that. I have you leaning up on the tree. I have a Snapple apple. Yes, I know it's sugary and stuff, but I didn't bring my water bottle and I wanted to go for a walk. Okay. Let me fix you here. Alright, so what else can I talk about? I'm going to do like a quick lap and then I'll go home and show you guys the side of the house, like what I can show you, because, you know, I do want to say this. You know, I talk about like, I regret the drama that I got into. I really, really do. I should have kept my mouth shut. Not because it's like, oh, I'm so scared. It's like, you know, my health and everything is more important. And plus, I'm too old for it. I'm almost 50, you know. The only thing I want is keep me and my kids safe, you know, for me as a mother. That's all I'm trying to do, you know. But other than that. However, I am glad that it happened because it taught me that people will look into you, you know, they will look up your FOIL report. If you don't know what that is, that's like your criminal past. They'll look at your house, they'll dox your address, they will look into you and your children and all this. I never knew that because, you know, I had my beauty / unboxing channel for what, 7 years now. And I never had that happen. And on this channel, I never. I don't do that gross behavior stuff. I mean, when I was selling like my eyeshadow palettes and stuff, I never once thought, oh, let me see what their house looks like. As soon as I send it and I wait until it's delivered and everything else, and there was no issues, then I delete everything, the address and stuff. I don't keep that on my computer, on the website. I just don't. And I never, even my friends, I have friends that we send packages back and forth and stuff, and I never once looked at see what their house looks like, or because I don't care enough. Does that make sense? Like, it's not my business. I don't look into people, like what their husbands look like. I just don't care. And I would never share that stuff, even no matter how mad I got, because of my morals and safety. And I've never even shared like text messages and everything, like when, to prove like I'm not lying, when there was like online beef or whatever, like when friendships ends. Like I never did that. So I'd rather look like the scumbag, you know, instead of proving myself, because like I said, I do have fear of God, and when it's my time, I already got an answer to a lot of stuff I did when I was younger, you know. But my point is, it showed me what people are capable of and what they do when they're mad. And it showed me how many people support that behavior. You know, like people that watch live streams, or they're in chats or up on panel. You're supporting that behavior. And it just made me now do, okay, let me blur out my house. Let me go do different things. You know, so people can't look into your stuff. And so I am very thankful for that. You know, I never in a million years thought people would, if you're driving your car, like literally Google search or whatever it's called, the area around you, to find out your location and where you're at, to find out what city you live in and where you live. Honest to God, I never knew that. I know it's probably naive and sounds stupid, but that's the truth. I don't want to go too far in without Nala. But you know what I mean? So it taught me that people do that. So I really do. I am glad that I went through that, you know? So, why did I even bring that up? See, and my mind is, I forgot why I brought that in. I guess the safety thing, you know, like, you know, I don't know. But so I had a talk with my kids about my health. See, when you have kidney disease, there are different stages, and I think 5 is the worst stage. You know, like you have cancer, there's up to stage 4. Kidney disease, there's up to stage 5. And I didn't go see a specialist, but talking to the doctor, I'm at least a 3. So it's not too bad. I don't think I would need dialysis yet, I don't think, but it's going to come. There's going to be a day that I'm going to need dialysis. Hopefully I don't need it now, but you know, I just have to be careful. And I don't know. I know I sound like a broken record, but I just feel guilty because I did this to myself. I didn't give myself diabetes. That was genetic, okay? But I made my health a lot worse because I didn't take care of myself, you know? And, it's just guilt. Because if anything happened to me, like, who do my kids have? You know, I'm all really that they have. Yes, they have brothers and sisters from their father's side. But I mean, as far as somebody that's there all the time, I'm all that they have, you know? Lexi has her father. But, you know, it's not the same. And then the liver, I'm not too worried about because the liver can get better. But the only thing is when you're diabetic, usually when the damage is done, the damage is done. But the liver, you can improve, you know. But you guys see my blood pressure and everything has went down. You see that? I'm really taking care of my health. I'm like, that's it. It's never too late. As long as you have breath in your air.
Breath in your air. As long as you have breath in your body.
It's never too late. Just like I say, if you have an issue with drug abuse or alcohol abuse or what have you. Okay, you get up, you drink, fine. As long as you get up, there's always a time that you can change, you know? And that's what I've been doing. Just trying to get healthy and be here as long as I can. That's why, like I said, I don't want to meet anybody. I got to get myself straight. You know, I have to. Yes, I've been really separated for a year and a half, you know, so it's not like, but my divorce was just final in January. So it's only been 6 months. But if it takes me 5 years, then it takes me 5 years. I need to get mentally better, physically better, my health, everything. I don't want to go into a relationship not at 100. Do you know what I mean? It's not fair to that person. Gosh, I am sweating. I think I'm getting ready to now walk to the car and then head home, and I'll show you the side of the house because I'm literally sweating. I literally got in the shower. I keep saying literally. I just got in the shower right before I went out because I wasn't thinking I was going to vlog. And now I'm going to go home and get another shower and try to fix this. Like, do you see it? It looks like I dyed my hair. I don't... It looks terrible. Looks like they did more graffiti since the last time I've been here. Do you know what? I was at that graffiti wall and didn't show it to you again. But look, whoever came and did something. It's a lot now. And look, there's no kids playing. I used to take Lexi and my kids, Tyler and Lexi, and then when I had Isaiah, because Isaiah and Tyler are 9 years apart, but we always came here and went to the park and played. Look at this. Nowadays, you never see kids playing. It's crazy to me. It really is. All right, let me go into the car, and I'll be right back. My hands smell like pineapple. I have the Bath & Body Works hand sanitizer. But I'm like sweating. It's so bad.
We know, Ann. You only said it about 15,000 times how hot you are.
Oh my God, look how bad I'm sweating. It's hot. All right, let me just come here real quick. I don't want anybody to hit my car. So my daughter had her friend's daughter over. I guess it's her goddaughter, what have you. And I think she's 3 now. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. She is so cute. She had a little sundress on, and we'll call her Little Sally. And that's not her name though. And I was like, hey, Little Sally. And I was like, girl, you look so good. Where you going with that little sundress on? And I was like, you look so pretty. And she was like, thank you, Miss Ann. You know. Oh, she's just so cute. It's like giving me baby fever, you know. I ain't ready to be a grandmom yet, but it's like, aw. And she's just so well behaved and everything, you know. And it just reminded me of like Lexi, because I'm the type, all right, so let me just tell you how I am when I raise kids. I am a very strict, very, very strict parent, okay? My kid, like any child, do not call me Ann. You say Miss Ann. You know, I don't care if you're 14, 15 years old. You don't call me Ann. That's very disrespectful to call me by my first name. I've always taught my children, if we're like at a doctor's office or something like that and say there's no seats, you get up. You don't, no, an adult, especially senior citizen or a disabled person, but if there's an adult coming, you know, you get the hell up. All I have to do is look at my kids and they get right up, you know. They can stand. I always had, like, even when I lived in the apartments, if I can find the picture, I'll put it up. But I always had, that's when my kids were little, 20 years ago, right? You know, the glass tables and everything were in style, right? And people would come over and say, how can you have such nice things and glass tables and stuff with little kids? I'm like, and I didn't understand that concept. I'm like, you know, you teach your kids not to touch. Because I had friends that would say, well, I can't have knickknacks, because back then that was the stuff that, you know, and because my kids, they touch things and everything. And I'm like, well, you teach them not to touch. I never understood that. I was very good to my kids, and, you know, it wasn't like, trust me, my kids did not have no fear of God, and, you know, I mean, they had fear of God as far as the respect, but not like scared. My point is, little Sally is, she's very respectful, very good. I mean, so good that even when she comes over, now Tyler, he does not like kids at all, but he likes little Sally. He went up to little Sally and was like, you want an apple? He was even talking to her. That's how good she is. Like, you don't even know she's there. She's so good, you know? All right, so let me go ahead and go to the house, and then I'll show you the side of our house. Needs a lot of work. I'll be back. Okay, see what I'm talking about? All of this stuff. See this? All of it. Oh, that's sticky like bushes, but even like this. See, what happened was the hedges used to come, see how it's all these dead leaves used to come all the way to like here and then over there. So you couldn't get under the hedges. Now you can clearly see. So it's got a lot of work I got to do. But it comes all the way out now. See what I mean? It used to come to right here. So what could I put, like flowers? What? Probably flowers. Oh my God, look how much work I gotta do. Alright guys, let me know what you think I can do. Should I do like a little garden, get a raised bed, or flowers to go all the way, you know, down? Let me know what you guys think. I'm just very weary to show too much because of privacy, and even the neighbors and stuff, and you know. Alright, let me know. Alright guys, please thumbs up this video. It really helps me out. Or thumbs it down. That helps me out as well. Make sure you leave a comment. Comment really does help out with engagement, even if it's just an emoji. It would mean the absolute world to me. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay healthy, and most importantly, always stay you. Alright, bye guys.